Our taste buds came to Morocco. And we're gonna be eating Msemmen, which is like a flaky flatbread. And they usually eat it with like jam, honey, or butter. And so I have honey on ours and I have some jam if you want.
Good,
we're also having some...
I'm not a big fan of jam.
We're also having some mint green tea. I tried my best to make it the Moroccan way, but you know, good. It's never going to be as good as authentic. But cheers. I love mint.
It's good.
Mm-hmm.
Tastes refreshing.
It does. So what you do is you're supposed to roll this up. It's really crispy. And you're supposed to eat it like this.
Is it supposed to be crispy?
Yeah. Just roll it up like that. Mmm.
It's very good.
Mm-hmm.
Is it like a dessert?
They eat this for breakfast usually, or like a snack.
And we're using organic local honey.
Mm-hmm. That's the best kind.
Yep, which makes it even healthier, I suppose. The tea is really good. It's like my taste. So what tea did you use? Like, is it like tea leaves or did you use like a tea bag?
So I was looking it up, the tea, and they use this, they call it gunpowder green tea. And they come in these like pellets looking things. That's why it's called gunpowder, because it looks like gunpowder pellets. Mm-hmm. And I was at the store and I could not find, well, I thought I couldn't find it, but I saw there was gunpowder green tea up there looking in the app for the store. And I brought it home and I opened it. They usually use loose green tea leaves. And when I opened it, it was actually in a bag, but there was still like leaves in it, obviously. So I just cut open the bag and tried to make it the authentic way, which they basically like take it, they put the, it's kind of confusing, but they put the first part of the tea, the water tea, and they put it in a cup and they save that, and it's the more concentrated. And then they go back, they put more water in, let it sit for a few seconds, and then they like throw that out, like drain it. And then they add more water. It's supposed to like clean the leaves, I guess.
Oh, if you were to use like the leaves.
Yeah. I did do that though, because I just wanted to try it. Even though I couldn't find the loose green tea leaves, I probably should have looked in like an Asian market or something. But yeah.
Mint's really good on the tea. Mm-hmm. Do they add mint as well? Mm-hmm. I should probably drink that every morning.
Yeah, it's really good, but this makes me want to actually go to Morocco to just try the actual authentic local way.
Even if it's fake, it's still good.
It's as real as I could find it from what I found. Mm-hmm. Like I didn't get like just random old green tea. I made sure it was like gunpowder green tea. I used like actual mint leaves, because we do have like green tea that's like Moroccan flavor, but it's flavored with mint. And I was like thinking, well, if I can't find anything, I'll just use that. But I'm glad I at least found the gunpowder green tea, and I got the real mint leaves, and the mint leaves really have a good flavor to them. Mm-hmm. Also, the honey in this is like perfect sweetness, like a little drizzle of honey. It doesn't taste like honey, it does, but it's just like perfect taste.
If it was to be like a dish in America, it would probably be syrup instead of honey. Mm-hmm. I can see that happen. I think the sweetness does like make you full though. Mm-hmm. All right. And it was pretty like, what do you call it, bread? I forgot the name, it was complicated. The name of that.
Oh. Oh.
Because I would call it bread, but yeah, it is pretty big.
It's called Msemmen.
Msemmen.
What happened?
Me too, Msemmen.
So what would you rate this breakfast?
Breakfast. I would rate, it's pretty good actually. I like tea, and this is different kind of tea with mint on it. This is like really. I think this is probably one of my favorite thing in breakfast. I've never had like mint in tea.
What's on your wrist? No more?
Yeah, I would probably rate like, I don't know, probably 9 out of 10.
I was thinking so too. Like
Yeah.
I'm scared to rate anything 10 because it has to be like really hit the spot. I mean, this does really hit the spot, but I like to make room just in case. So this definitely.
The thing I
a
really
9
like
at
about
least.
this breakfast is like I like textures, like you know, and this is like crispy,
Like flaky,
crunchy.
crispy.
Yeah. It kind of reminds me of like fini that my aunt used to make. It's like something like this breaded, like, but the only things that you add sugar, like you know, sugar on top of it, and you fry them, and it's crunchy. But like it's not like a bread that you fold; it's already like crispy. So in case if you were to fold it, then it'd like all be like flaky. So you don't know; it's already pre-made, like you know, crunchy and flaky. But this is like it folds at the same time. It's like textury, and like adding like honey instead of like sugar. It's even better.
Yeah.
So it feels like you're eating healthy at the same time it's tasty. Yeah. So that's why I would rate 9.
I like it. It's nice and sweet when you have the honey. I don't know what it tastes like without anything. Probably like just really good.
Oh, pretty good. As a Nepalese, I would probably add like a vegetable on it and eat it like a roti.
That'd be really good.
It's still good.
So an interesting fact, actually, their national drink is the tea that we're drinking, the mint green tea. And I heard that when you're at the restaurant, they try to pour it really, really, really high.
I think I've seen that.
Yeah, they try to pour it high out of respect to the customer, which is kind of
I
interesting.
think they do something like that in India and in Nepal as well. But I haven't tried that. I just like the idea of that. I like is that I'm pretty sure there's something good to it as well. But it just creates that foam.
Yeah,
And the tea makes it look
I
so
think that's
like.
what they're trying to do too.
It makes it look like, you know, it's just so good. I always wanted to try it. I've seen it like in Nepal as well. Yeah, but I didn't know like they would do it out of respect. I don't know like if they do the same thing in India and Nepal, but in Morocco they do it actually, I guess. Like how high do they go?
As high as they can. What if they get like a ladder and they start climbing?
World Guinness record, the highest tea pour.
Right? Yeah, so they drink tea like all the time, like in the morning, afternoon, tea time, dinner, before bed. They drink it a lot.
Maybe English people learn from them.
Maybe.
What's next?
I guess we'll find out.
bread looks good.
It is. So this is called, I think it's Khobz is how you say it.
What do you call that?
It's called Khobz. I think that's how you say it, Khobz. And then this is Shakshuka eggs.
Shakshuka.
Yeah, so it's basically like a bell pepper and tomato sauce, like chunky sauce, and then you add in some eggs and poach them. Now, the Moroccan way is similar to the Nepalese way of eating. They don't use silverware. They use their hands.
Oh, that's where the great taste lies.
They say the left hand is unclean, which I think a lot of Middle East believe that too. They like to use their hands, and they say that their left hand is unclean, so they eat with the right hand primarily. And they eat
thought this was
bread.
cheese at first.
No, it's egg.
It's egg, okay. Looks like a cheese topping on pizza.
No, you can add cheese, but I didn't do that.
Can I try that part?
Yeah,
It's really hot.
it just came out of the oven. Mm. Is it good?
Cheers.
Let me give him more. Well,
Okay.
he likes it. Let's try it.
Cheers.
It's hot.
It's good. These are the kind of food I like. Bunch of spices. Is this like typical or is this a vegetarian option?
So this is typical. They usually don't add meat to this. This is actually like for breakfast. This kind of meal, they usually eat it for breakfast. But I decided on the Msemmen for breakfast instead of then using this for lunch, because they also do eat this for lunch, but it's more common for breakfast. That's what I heard.
Mama.
Is it good? Yeah. And of course, we have our mint tea as well.
So besides tea, what drinks do they like prefer?
I only saw mostly
Is there any
tea.
like cold beverages like
I know they
we have like lassi and stuff like that?
I've seen like freshly squeezed orange juice. Like it's like freshly squeezed. We have oranges, yeah, but it's more for breakfast they do that. So another fact about this country is, even though they are home to the hottest and biggest desert in the world, which is the Sahara Desert, they surprisingly, at least I was surprised to hear this, that they have 2 ski resorts, and they have the 2 mountains, and they're snowy. So I was surprised to hear about.
I'm surprised now actually.
Yeah, I was, because when I think of this country, I think of like desert, heat, you know, all that stuff. But so I was like really
It
surprised
must
that
be a
there's
little bit
snow
more
there.
northern then.
Yeah, it's North Africa. Also, another crazy thing I just learned was that they are only 9 miles from Europe.
Oh really?
Yeah. You would think, like, even looking at the map, it's like a little bit further, but it's only 9 miles. You like the Msemmen. What would you rate this? The bread and the shakshuka.
Maybe 8. It's good. But then I don't actually. It's pretty good. I think I'm just trying to be a little too critical.
I try to do that too, like just so I can have room for like later. I would say a 7.5. Like, it's not my favorite. It's good. It's not my favorite. I think also because I feel like if I didn't poach the eggs too long, if it was runny yolk, it would be a way better. But that was my dumb fault.
Also, it might be because like we're trying it for the first time. So like maybe we're not getting this authentic way of. That's why. So it's still good.
Yeah,
It's
I always
still like
try-
it references like the food that I eat for my culture, so I like it. The only reason why I gave 8 is because like I'm used to like eating this kind of food.
Yeah,
I
I think
I
so
want
too.
something different.
Yeah.
It's nothing to do with like taste. It's just most likely that it's not something very different, you know.
It's not too different for you.
Spices, yeah, like
Okay.
everything. The style is different, like eggs
Yeah,
and stuff
yeah.
that I haven't like. I mean, we have eggs, but not in that.
Not like
It's
that.
just separate. So, yeah, it's somewhat similar.
Yeah, I know what you mean. It's similar to like the Nepalese cuisine. It's something you probably might find Nepalese, but you guys don't add eggs to this kind of sauce. But the spices and stuff are definitely there. You guys add a lot of onion and garlic to your dishes. I try to go as authentic as I can for my side, but you know, I don't do this every day. I don't know how they cook it and like what exactly how to do it. So obviously if we ever go to that country, I would love to give this another try just to see if it's like tastes any better, which probably would. But it's pretty good. It's really good.
You know what? I just also think that. Also, I feel like the agriculture, like the soil and everything, is different in other countries.
Oh, yeah.
So their like vegetable tastes different compared to like the ones we
Yep.
in America. Like for instance, like the potatoes that we find in our country versus like in America is completely different. Like our potatoes gets like crispy, like you fry them for a little while, versus American potatoes, they don't get crispy at all.
Well, we'll see what dinner is like. You ready for dinner?
I'm not that hungry, so.
Well, actually, luckily, I looked it up and they said they typically eat dinner pretty late, around like 10 or 11. I'm like, that's perfect because this next one is going to take a pretty long time to cook.
All right.
Yep. So, we're going to eat around midnight.
I don't know
probably.
then if it's gonna be that long, especially our son.
Yeah. Give me one of those.
So you can break the rule too.
This is really good. Woo. know what this is?
I forgot.
I did tell you on accident. So this is Moroccan.
It starts with M, right?
No.
Oh, okay. It's something like that rhymes, I think, or something.
This is Moroccan couscous.
Couscous, yeah.
So the main thing of it being Moroccan, it's couscous, which is this little grain. It's kind of like rice mixed with quinoa, almost similar to that. So Morocco, the style for couscous, they use 7 vegetables and a meat typically, which our meat is this, since we're vegetarian, it's this like soybean thing that is common in Nepal. So we just use that instead because it's really good. So I use chickpeas, carrots, sweet potato, turnip, cabbage, zucchini, and then I think that's it. Yeah. I mean, other stuff too, like tomato and onion is in there, but it's all. So what were you saying?
I was just curious to know, like, if this is what it is called couscous, not the entire dish.
Yeah, so the grain itself is called couscous. Even on the packaging, it was couscous. Like other Middle East countries use couscous, but in different style. Like I said, Morocco does the 7 vegetables and meat. And then there's Egypt, which I think they use like raisins and nuts. And then there's a country, I forget which one it was, but they use like fish with it. So I got the Moroccan style here.
Interesting. Okay.
So
like, is it like carbs?
It's a grain. I don't know if it's like gluten free or anything, but let's dig in.
Cheers.
Tink.
I think it falls in a little bit sweeter side. At least with that vegetable I had.
Yeah, I have sweet potato in there probably.
On every vegetable I try, it's like either sweet or either like salty. So it's mixed
really
of both of them. It's really
like
good,
it. Yeah. It's like rice.
It's like a lot of
rice
flavors inside your mouth.
Yeah.
And juicy.
But like, it's not like spicy. It's more the vegetable itself is the star of the show instead of the spice is the star of the show. Which is nice.
Sweet potato? What is this, turnip?
That's cabbage or turnip maybe.
It feels so like smooth, you know, like it's not like you have to chew too much.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not like so smooth either. It's soft. The texture of this couscous is similar to quinoa.
Yeah. I feel like it's a little more softer than quinoa. I feel like quinoa has more like I don't know how to explain. It's very similar though.
I think all the vegetables in here are like nicely cooked, like in and out, meaning like it's like really tender, like soft. You know?
Yeah, I was watching a video on how to make this, and she was saying like you don't want mushy vegetables, you still want the texture to the vegetable. So you have to like really be careful like what you put in first, how long you cook it.
Right, because there are like varieties of like which
Different
takes
types,
like longer to cook.
Yeah.
If you don't cook them on time.
What would you rate this?
Well, probably 7.
Okay. So you like the Shakshuka better?
The first one? Yeah. So it's mostly to do with texture, I think. But I really like the... it feels like this one is not like too greasy or too much, you know. It's just like
it's
raw vegetables, but
yeah.
like cooked version, you know.
Yeah.
Like, and mixed
I would
together
actually,
to
I think I
flavors.
might like this.
Maybe 8, yeah, not 7. Like I would cross that up.
I might
8.
like this better than the Shakshuka a little bit. Like it's about the same. So I think I gave the Shakshuka like 7.5. So I think I give this like maybe 7.5, 8. Since we don't have actual meat in it, it probably doesn't taste exactly how it is. But there are people that do a vegetarian way where they don't add any meat or any substitute. So I'm assuming it tastes more like their version. But
that's what I was gonna say. I think like the main course is missing in here. I think.
Yeah.
Like
well, actually, meat. I think the main course is mostly just like the vegetable, but
okay.
The meat is, I think.
Usually, like when there's meat in any usually other dishes, like that is usually the main course. You know?
Yeah.
All those are just like flavors, side flavors.
The soybean, I feel like I could have cooked it differently, but since I didn't really know how to.
It's still good.
Yeah, it's still good, but I could have definitely flavored the soybean. Now knowing how to make this, I could probably go back and like flavor the soybean in a different way before I add it to the couscous mixing part. But yeah, it's still decent.
It's good actually. Also, I wasn't like hungry at all. I'm still like full, but this is still like soft and smooth. You don't even feel like you're eating much. Like
so
meaning like
heavy.
you don't have to chew. And
Yeah, it's not like rice where you like eat rice and
Right.
it's like sitting in your stomach.
It like feels heavy faster than these. I think like you know what I mean.
Yeah,
Do you feel the same or is it just me?
it's the same. I feel the same. Like it's a lot lighter.
But I'm so stuffed though. I think the second course was really like filling. And also I had like quite heavy breakfast, meaning few breads. What do you call that again? That bread? We call it bread in German.
Oh,
Tortilla?
it's called Msemmen.
Msemmen.
And that did require quite a bit of oil, so that probably filled us up a lot.
Probably.
So what do you think? Would you travel to Morocco after eating their food? Me too. It's a beautiful country. I've always loved the Middle Eastern style of things, how they do stuff. Did you know Morocco is like so colorful and it's so beautiful there. They have a lot of like ornate or ornament type of things. Like if you see their cups and their chandeliers, they have very like fancy.
Right. I think that's what I see. Like most of the Mediterranean country has like small teacup with a decorated print.
It's
And then
yeah.
I always thought Morocco was kind of like similar to like South Asian country, like where they have like a lot of spices, you know, like something similar to Aladdin. Like when you see like when you walk on the street, and then like when you see the vendors, like they have like spices, like you know, like piled up outside. I always had that vibe of Morocco, but I don't think it's like that to that extent.
No, I think that's
Because
more
like just
South-
like tasting their
Asian.
food feels like they do add spice, but they don't add too much spice.
Yeah, I feel like they let the vegetable be the star of the
Yeah.
show, where they just add like the spices in to help umph it up. Whereas India and Nepal, they really add a lot of
Yeah.
spices, and like the spice is the star of the show.
Right. You taste like more different flavors of spice, while you taste like the authentic flavor of the vegetables with this. Doesn't it feel like that?
Yeah,
Right.
it's like very authentic.
Well, it's really good. Thanks, Morocco, for your cultural food. It was delicious and definitely healthy. That's what I like. All right.
Oh yeah, they're really into health. Tune in next time to see where our taste buds travel to next.